Google Hangouts, I think.
Hello. Welcome to Famicast 143, your Famicast for the early part of February 2019. We're all about Xbox here, Xbox Live on our mobile devices. That's the only thing. No.
Yeah. Welcome to the official Xbox Live podcast. What's up?
Yeah.
I'm your boy, Major Nelson.
In all seriousness, we're the Famicast, as you probably know. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined by James Charlton.
I've got a giant X boner, and only this podcast can help it go away.
And Mr. X Boner himself.
My day has come.
God help us. And Mr. Cyrus Delaney.
Only X in my life is Xenoblade Chronicles, and that's how it's going to stay forever, apparently.
There it is.
That's your job now.
I'm pretty sure I assigned you XCOM at some point.
I've literally never seen Ty as excited to do a podcast, like literally ever. It's quite frightening.
Oh boy. Let's go.
Yeah, well, we definitely got a lot of things to talk about, so let's just go ahead and kick things off with some new business. And Ty.
Oh, yeah.
Would you mind kicking it off? I mean, you're man of the hour, dude, so.
All right. Yeah, and I know you saw I had this thing up. All right. Do any of you assholes recognize this fucking video game that I'm putting up on my feed right now?
I thought this was Civilization.
Pretty close. It's
is this ActRaiser or something?
No, this is a game called Populous, and I saw.
Oh, this is Ye Olde Populous. I fucking love Populous at the beginning.
Yeah, this is some weird map, but yeah, I was inspired to play this again because Nintendo Life, I believe, just put up an article about it and how it was a big hit in Japan, despite being made by some extremely hairy gaijin.
From Gaikoku.
Yeah, and I have very fond memories of this game from when I was a kid because, I was right at that middle school age where I would think Minecraft is the best thing ever if I wasn't like 20 years too old. So I saw this game in Nintendo Power, and it really scratched my itch to play like some goofy landscaping geometry game.
So are we looking at the Super Nintendo version?
Yes. This is like a launch or close to launch Super Nintendo game.
Wow.
Yeah. And like two guys ported this to Super Nintendo in like 9 months.
Oh, man.
So that's why there were little Famicom and Super Famicom icons on the map.
Yeah. So there's to explain the game. Yeah, this is like the game that I guess started off the God game genre. Like, black and white or whatever. It's basically that. So you have these little guys and they're building these, and this is not really a good like map type to show it off, but they go around, they build towns. Like, the default one, you have like these little caveman guys that build huts and dwellings, and like the nice ones are castles. And these are like weirdo alien things that are building these weird structures, but it just plays the same. It's just like a skin, basically.
They're adorable, those little green aliens.
Yeah, and there's a Videoland one where like all the structures are like Nintendos and PCs.
Huh.
The graphical style is reminds me of like Marble Madness or something like that kind of. Fake 3D, trying to do 3D without 3D.
Yeah, Sonic 3D Blast.
Oh my God.
It's basically just using shading, isn't it?
Yeah, but like it plays more like an RTS. Like probably like the biggest bottleneck for your performance is going to be like your APM. So like I'm trying to build this civilization as fast as possible. They need flat space for farmland, and like I'm trying to shrink these down temporarily to pop out minions because the population keeps going up in each one, and it's capped based on how advanced the structure is. So you can kind of force guys to come out and settle new areas just like that. And the goal here is to fucking murder the enemy civilization.
Oh, so it is a 4X game. You are actually killing the other side as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you see my mini map in the upper left.
Right.
You probably can't see it too clearly on the stream, but the other landmass that has like the red blinking dots, those are the bad guys.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you see there's fucking icons all over my fucking screen.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you actually playing this now, Ty?
Yeah, I'm playing it
Oh,
right
this is
now.
real time? What?
This is real time.
Oh shit, I thought this was a video.
No, it's not. I'm making this shit happen.
Nice. I admire your multitasking skills.
Yeah, I'm doing it with a fight stick.
The proper way. You had to.
That's right.
Holy shit, I just realized I'm not even like looking at my emulator. I'm looking at the feed in my XSplit. And I'm doing just fine. I am on so many levels of bullshit right now.
So the UI, there's a lot of UI in this game, isn't there? Like,
yeah, there is, and there's like a whole shit ton of like controller shortcuts and stuff. Like hold L and R and hit X to zoom to your leader and all this stuff. And I don't really know any of those.
You haven't printed out a giant PDF of all of them?
Yeah, I did actually had to look at the manual to check a few things. All right, you see the bar in the upper right, the kind of bronze colored one?
Yeah, that's a whole lot of UI.
Yeah, so that's basically my super attack meter. And I can harass the enemy civilization with disasters.
What does the Wi-Fi signal do?
Is there a Wi-Fi
Kills
signal?
their Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. the third one?
The third one looks like a Wi-Fi signal.
I didn't think that's an earthquake. It just kind of kind of shakes up the land.
Oh, okay.
It turns off their internet and everyone has to stop doing what
turns
they're
off
doing.
their internet,
Bang on the side of their computers.
Turns off the internet. Everyone dies within 2 hours without the internet.
Sounds about right.
So this is actually a single player level in the campaign. And I believe there's 900 levels.
Wow.
Yeah, and like to get and you actually skip a whole bunch of levels depending on your performance, as far as I know. So like I've just been going through like skipping like anywhere from like 5 to 30 levels.
So if you only got one game a year, this would be a good one to get back in the day, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I never finished it when I was a kid.
So you had this or rented it or what?
I owned it.
All right.
I remember when I was a kid, I got like super excited for this in Nintendo Power for some reason. Like I said, at the exact age where I would have been gone nuts for Minecraft. And I'm like, wow, building this land and settling all these people and stuff, that sounds super fun.
What did your parents think about it?
Okay,
like
let me tell you about this game.
Vaguely educational, more than other games.
You guys can't hear this game, but this game has this fucking heartbeat sound that it's just an audio cue to let you know how your civilization is doing, and that's like 100% not necessary.
Okay.
And you can't turn it off without turning off all the sound effects.
Wow.
So and it like really fucking carries too. It's that fucking telltale heart, and you could hear it through the entire fucking house. And my parents would yell at me to turn that fucking heartbeat sound off.
Sorry, Grandma.
Right. Well, like, it's fun. It's addictive. It really scratches a certain itch to build stuff. All right. Let's see if I can unleash a knight here. Do I even have a leader?
Frog that made this.
Release the Kraken.
All right. This will tell me what things I have access to.
Options for good.
Yeah. I can't change it because it's the campaign. It's just like the attacks I am able to do on this particular level. So I can use Swamp. Yeah, Night Volcano out. Oh, but I can use Flood.
Armageddon. If there's always choose Armageddon, Jesus.
Yeah, that's the last one on the thing, and it's just like it just ends the match. It makes everybody just drop their settlement and go fight in the middle of the map. Yeah, it very much delivers. So if you're in the lead and you get full meter, it's basically a win button.
Huh.
So Bruce Willis does not show up at all?
No.
Okay.
But that action in the game did inspire the movie.
Yeah, you have to sing the Aerosmith song yourself.
Cool.
This game was designed by Peter Molyneux. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, like read the article on Nintendo Life. It's really good and interesting, and it talks about how they were living in like a flat above a schizophrenic woman when high up Japanese executive came to visit them about publishing their game.
Right.
Oh, it is such a good article, and Yeah, this game got a sequel too on Super Nintendo. I've never played it, but I have a feeling I will soon.
But for the Japanese guy visiting Britain, that apartment must have felt huge to him. So.
Okay, yeah. Oh, these guys must be rich.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
That's what my Japanese. That's what my Japanese students said when I showed them my house in Montana, and it's like, no, it's not rich at all. There's just so much fucking land. You just take it.
And you buried him in the backyard.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just about ready to unleash flood.
Release flood. Okay.
Unleash the flood. So you see, the land I'm on, I'm like 3 layers up.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Ice cream sandwich at the side.
So flood actually just levels the entire land mass of the map, like down 1 layer.
Oh.
And if the other guy is building mostly on 1 layer, like I said, I'm on so many layers right now.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant.
Fuck them up real good.
I thought you just meant you were looking at several screens at once.
Well, that too. I mean, before it was a metaphor, but now it's like literal.
Okay.
All right, so I like how it blinks red. Like, are you sure? Hell yeah, motherfucker! Oh, did you see that landmass disappear off the mini map?
Yeah.
Wipe them out.
Yeah. So on some maps, like water is instant kill. On some, they just kind of drown for a while, and you can see the enemy here. They're the red guys. Like he scrambled just to raise a little bit of landmass. And I've got all these maxed out settlements up here, so he's pretty fucked.
Ty's just doing a genocide of all the red aliens. Brilliant.
Awesome. Yeah. So you guys might see an entire level run in this new business. I just have to get that gauge up. As far as I know, it increases based on population, so I'm doing pretty good.
The Famicast, always for the latest and greatest video games.
Right.
Yeah. And that weird bullshit that Ty likes.
That's right. Yeah, write in if you think Ty should do like a weekly stream of some whacked out, crazy Super Famicom game every week on Twitch.
I might. I am looking to upgrade my whole stream apparatus. I'm going to get a new microphone. I'm probably going to get a gamer chair. Since earlier today, I got re-offered my cool job for another year, so that's a lot of money.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
Right
well,
next.
All right, I'm gonna finish this level though.
Keep going.
Keep it on.
Hold on, crap. That's messing with things. Cyrus, would you mind going next with new business?
Yeah, so not terribly new. I'm still playing Xenoblade Chronicles, and that game does not see any signs of finishing anytime soon.
How many hours are you in?
I think I'm like 40 hours or something.
So you haven't got past through the tutorials then?
I think, well, they still keep giving me new tutorials.
God, that's not a joke.
Functional game.
Jesus Christ, that's not a joke with Xenoblade, is it? That joke just completely backfired.
Yeah. It's like, James, man, I talked about like Xenoblade Chronicles X so many times. Same thing, man. Just
man,
going.
It's
when jokes go wrong.
The
last time I kind of gave, my head was not in the game last time when I was talking about it, but this time with a more concise argument, like I like this game. I wouldn't pump 40 hours into a game that I don't like, but it's definitely one of the most bizarre sets of gaming decisions I've seen. Where like I mentioned last time, there's a big problem with having all these mobile game mechanics built into it.
Right.
And I forgot to mention, like, the whole game is built around you are a human and you've got like a summonable blade character that comes around with you. And and usually in an RPG, to unlock blades, you do like a side quest, or you do like you've given them to you during the story or whatever.
So a blade is a person, not a sword.
A blade it's a person. It could be a monster or something. They're all wildly different and they all do different stuff.
Right.
But they're to get them in this, you have to use loot boxes, but there's no microtransactions in the game. So the loot boxes are just like arbitrarily built into the game for no particular reason. So that and there's different rarities of loot boxes that you get throughout the game, and at the start, you get like a decent supply of these rare blades, which are like fully functional characters. But every time you fail in a loot box, you get like a garbage generic character that doesn't really do anything. So, like, I've opened about 60 of these loot boxes, and sometimes when you get a new character, you have to get them a bunch of summons or they're kind of useless. So I just sat there like opening 30 loot boxes on this one character, and I got a single good blade out of all those things. So it's just like, why did they build this loot box bullshit into a like?
But you don't mind that, right? Because you like Overwatch, so I'm assuming you're used to that kind of thing.
With Overwatch, everything you get in Overwatch is like a cosmetic. It's all non-important. You don't need any of that stuff to play the game.
That's
but
the rub.
In Xenoblade, these are vital, important parts of the gameplay, and like whole story sections are cut off until you get blades of that type. So it's very, very strange that this was put into it. And
all right, guys. I got my finger on the apocalypse button.
Okay. That's about a good time for me to finish, because that's all that's happened in Xenoblades. Plot is cool. I've got more British people. Let's fucking end the world.
All right. I click the button. Everybody has abandoned their settlements, and they are death marching to the middle of the map.
Okay.
There we go. We got the blue guys, or green guys rather. We got the red guys, and there's the middle of the map. It's just auto builds land to the middle, and they fight it out. And you get to see the weird guys say, "Well done, mortal." Oh yeah, do not miss it. It's gonna happen.
So,
Miss what?
Yeah.
I see the red guy.
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay.
There's another. We got a straggler down here.
Finish him.
Yeah.
And it won't let anything happen until every character has gotten there. Or?
Yeah, it's just hands off. It's just autopilot cleanup mode.
Okay.
When you
are they fighting?
Yeah, that was a fight.
That was a fight. They just kind of like hug each other for a few seconds.
Yeah, there's like a det sound. Yeah, game one.
Wow.
All right, now check out this fucking guy.
Wow.
He talks too. You guys can't hear it, but he says, "Well done, mortal."
Nice.
And it sounds like he's talking through a vacuum cleaner.
Look
at that fucking dude. He looks high as hell.
Sounds like about Nintendo sound cards.
Yep. Yeah. And then here's the next thing. Battle number 49. Landscape is Piglet World. And our passwords. How quaint. So, yeah, I recommend check this game out. It originally came out on like Amiga, I think. So there's that. All right.
And you said it's on the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, it was the early Super Nintendo game.
Could be coming to Nintendo Switch Live or whatever online we're paying for.
Yeah, I think it was. Oh, it might be tough to publish that shit. It was.
Yeah. Bullfrog don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Peter Molyneux doesn't.
And they published through Acclaim, which I don't think exists anymore.
Yeah, they're done.
So
one final thing that ties Death March reminded me of there about Xenoblade Chronicles is on like a technology point of view, like the size of the worlds in Xenoblades are amazing. Like they're massive. They're these huge, giant landscapes. I think that's what Xenoblade is kind of famous for at this point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, even on the original Wii, they did this kind of level of worlds, didn't they?
Yeah.
And at the start, that's really cool because it's like, oh wow, check out this giant world. But then sometimes you're just walking for 10 minutes, like, and you see your little waypoint marker on the radar at the top, and you're on one side of the continent, and the other thing's on the other side, and you haven't unlocked the quick jump places on that map yet.
Yeah.
So you just they even have an auto walk button. So you walk in the direction, hold that button.
Yeah, they got that on.
Go of the controller.
They had that on Xenoblade Chronicles X2. I'm pretty sure you could press in the stick and then it'll just keep running.
Yeah, and
Rex, my legs are fucking tired. I tell you that, Rex. I've been walking for days. But the engine is the same as Breath of the Wild, isn't it? So would you say Breath of the Wild is more dense with stuff or is it round about the same, or
no? It's much. So they went in very different ways, and I think Breath of the Wild did it better. Is that Xenoblade Chronicles? Everything is really lush and detailed and amazing, which doesn't scale very well. So if you're very far away from something, they try to blur everything in the distance, so it doesn't have to render it as much.
Right.
Often that looks kind of janky. It looks like it's having trouble rendering stuff in the distance as opposed to deliberate. Whereas Breath of the Wild kept everything so simple and so smooth for the most part that stuff that doesn't render very detailed in the distance you don't notice. So,
and also they block stuff, don't they, in Breath of the Wild? Like they always put a mountain or something. Because there was that. It's on the website actually, because Matt Walker translated it about how they did the world design for Breath of the Wild, and it's kind of amazing. So maybe the Xenoblade people, they didn't get that memo. Well, which came out first? Breath of the Wild came out first, right?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, yeah.
That was a launch game.
And yeah, definitely. I thought that was really clever, where every hill leads to another hill in Breath of the Wild.
So why didn't they give them the memo then? That's weird.
Because Xenoblade wanted the other thing, where you stand on a cliff and you see the whole world in front of you, and you see this is what you're about to explore. And it is cool, but you definitely see they're running up against a graphical limitation. That they
does it, that unlocks things, doesn't it? Does it say like viewpoint unlocked or something like that?
Yeah,
it's that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, when you hit certain locations, that it like pops up, and there are secret places hidden around the map that are just there to give you a really cool view of the world. So what
was that picture that you tweeted last week about? Was it your favorite one?
Or something? Yeah, well, that's just because my favorite character is called Minette in a different game, and I was like, Minette Terrace. That is the most beautiful part of the game that I've come to so far, and I hate caves, but that cave is gorgeous.
Oh man,
lovely cave.
If caves in that game are anything like they were in Xenoblade Chronicles X, I mean, those things, yeah, you could just get lost in them. It was just nuts. I tried to avoid them after like my first two. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
Lost in as in a bad way.
Kind of, yeah.
Not getting lost in someone's eyes. Not in that sense. No. Okay.
There's been a few times where like I've gone into a dungeon and you really, because the map in the game is pretty awful. Like you never want to rely on the map or your waypoint indicator. They're some of the worst I've ever seen in a game.
Why would you need any of those things in a giant open world game?
Yeah, so there was I was in this factory, and there's two factories in the game, but one of them, like, there's a bunch of key items hidden around the place, and my brain was on like full memorize the entire layout of every room you've gone into, because the map is useless and you need to know where you've been or you're going to be fucked in that part. So like I played that whole section in one sitting just because I knew if I left the room at any time I would forget where stuff was, and then I'd have to do the entire thing again.
So you emerged from your bedroom 2 days later and you were fine.
Yeah. So the game is very cool. It's just got some flaws. And like I gave up on Battle Chasers, that other RPG I was playing. I haven't given up on this one. So it's really holding my attention in some capacity.
Well, Breath of the Wild, what did you get to, like 100 hours or something?
Something like that. I think it's a very different game though.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild is less doing like, if you took out all the padding of Xenoblade Chronicles of like random, like doing stupid fetch me 10 randomly generated of this items quests, or like opening loot boxes, or managing my inventory, or managing all the equipment and all my blades and stuff, it's probably about 20 hours. Like there's so much filler in this game. RPG bullshit filler.
Wow.
But if you like RPG bullshit filler, it's perfect. It's one of those.
That's like the opposite of what I like. That's why Undertale hit me hard, because Undertale was exactly what I wanted. Just a very brief, straight to the point RPG. That's what I want.
Oh man, have you guys played Barkley Gaiden yet?
Yeah.
Next.
It's on your homework list.
Who's next, Danny?
That's me done. Let's go quick.
Yep. I'll go ahead and go next. This isn't going to take too long, but I finally did start on a game that I've been meaning to play for a long time. Praise the sun. Dark Souls Remastered on the Switch.
Woo! Gonna roll that beautiful bean footage right here.
Yeah, I was capturing some footage earlier.
Also, this is you playing.
This is me. It's not going to be good.
Yes.
But so I just over the weekend I had some friends come over, and one of my friends, he's really good at the Souls games and Bloodborne and all that stuff. So he wasn't going to tell me how to play or tell me where to go or anything like that. But he's going to try to give me some advice and stuff. And right now on the screen, I forgot to back out of the menu, and I was going in and fighting like a dumbass, which didn't work out very well.
There's no pausing in this game, right?
No pausing. I mean, you got to be in like a really. If you're by like a bonfire, you're fine, probably. But yeah, so I was really getting into just the game just in general. I'm not very far at all, but the combat is spot on. I mean, you do have obviously like the green bar on the bottom, the stamina meter, and that takes into account things like your swing of your sword and running around and dodges and stuff like that. So you really gotta.
Rest in peace.
The red one is your health, I'm assuming.
You fucking died.
Yeah.
I thought you're supposed to roll behind people and stab them in the back.
You can press A and you'll just do like a backup, kind of like a quick back jump. And to the chat, Levin D says, "Did you get the Dark Souls amiibo?" Yes, I did. I pre-ordered that thing a long time ago.
Where is it?
Praise the sun.
Well, I'll show it whenever the video's off of this.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I just like I said, I just had some friends over and just kind of drinking a couple of beers and playing the game, and it seemed like I was doing a lot better when I was drinking the beers and when I was playing stone cold sober today. But
I like that roll right there. There you go.
Yeah,
Smashing barrels.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, actually, yeah, rolling into the barrels is extremely satisfying. It feels pretty good.
Yeah, it felt good to watch too.
What's that?
It felt good to watch too.
Okay, yeah, good.
It's got those secret messages that are left by other online players, I believe.
Those ones, no, those are the bloodstains. Those ones are just like kind of more general things saying like, hey, maybe this, giving you some kind of message about what's going on in the world.
I thought that's where people had died.
There's other things called like bloodstains.
Right.
Yeah, bloodstains are where people die, but the orange marks, they're messages.
Okay.
And when I played on Xbox, I believe the orange ones were. Fuck that guy! I'm out of here.
Yeah. No, I mean keep trying at this guy. I keep messing up. I had a little bit of a run today where I got a little bit greedy. I had him down past like a quarter left of this guy's health. It's called the Tauros Demon, and yeah, like I said, one of the first bosses in the game. That's out of the tutorial, but just making some really stupid choices, and I mean that's kind of the fun in it. You kind of just realize the
like, oh, I died.
Yeah, I mean, you realize like kind of the limits of your character, what you should and shouldn't do, and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun just figuring all that stuff out. And like I said, I've been having a good time.
Are you playing this portably or on TV?
I was, when my friends were over and stuff, I was playing mostly on the TV. But today, when I was playing before the show, I was playing portably because my wife was watching TV.
Yeah.
And,
how's the frame rate? It looks good in that video.
Yeah, it's pretty damn solid. I mean, I'm still pretty early in, but it's, as far as I know, it's pretty much a lock 30.
Okay, because when this game was new, it was like infamously bad.
Yeah, what's it, Blighttown?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I started heading the quote unquote wrong way when I first started playing the game. Kind of figured it because I was like, wow, these guys just killed me in one shot, and I was taking off like 1% of damage off of them. Like, yeah, that's probably not the right way to go. But no,
this game was delayed, right? On the Switch version was heavily delayed, right?
Oh yeah, it's supposed to come out last May, and it didn't come out until the middle of October.
Right.
So
that was to make sure it was actually working properly.
Yeah.
So fair play to them.
So let's see that fucking amiibo.
So yeah, this
beautiful
baby guy. I mean, man, like the detail on these two, this is the amiibos just keep getting better and better. And yeah, Solaire, he's freaking gorgeous. I mean, it's a really, really awesome amiibo. I'm really glad I picked it up.
What's the relevance? I don't get the reference of this character. I never played this game, so
I'm not exactly sure. But it's like
guy?
in the game, you can introduce yourself to other like NPCs and stuff with like gestures and stuff. And
I see.
Using this amiibo, you can get that. I still need to get further in the game to see what the significance of this guy. But I'm looking
forward. You can't even use it yet.
No. I'm pretty sure I could use it. but I just haven't. It's just been up here, and I've been playing downstairs. So
I believe you run into him pretty early. He's a beloved character, and he has his own catchphrase.
Okay.
Praise the sun.
Right. Well, I mean, from the beginning of the game, I found the Dark Soul. He's the guy with the mask on, like this.
Oh, okay.
He's called the Dark Soul.
You won the game.
I did. It was really quick.
So how does Solaire play in Smash? Is he good?
He's awesome. My favorite character. Yeah, I beat the game at 10 hours because I was so powerful.
Scan him in.
Yeah,
there he is.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm planning on maybe doing some kind of streams in the future with Dark Souls and maybe just some other stuff too. So maybe look forward to that.
Danny Souls.
Danny
or Danny
Souls.
dies.
I'm gonna die a lot, and that's fine. But James, how about
Yes.
you finish off new business for us, dude?
Well, I thought Cyrus might talk about Smash, but he didn't. It's usually me and Cyrus talking about Smash. But I thought we should briefly talk about the Piranha Plant because that's come out since the last podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, baby. Best character.
Awesome.
I think, did we all get the free? We got them for free? No problems.
Ty didn't, but you know.
Sorry, all the people who own the game got it for free, no problems, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I got my code weeks ago.
Nice. Yeah, it just showed up with the update, wasn't it? 2.0 update, there he was, boom, is at the bottom row on the character select screen.
I heard there were some bugs going on, like people were losing their save files or something.
So yeah, so I actually I listened to the RFN podcast and Greg kind of said the same thing, but like I played through classic mode with Piranha Plant, which is fine. But if I'd played All-Star mode, I might have corrupted my save. So that was the glitch. Which it's not too much of a problem if you've got cloud saves. If you're on the online service, you could just get your cloud save back. But that's still pretty scary, isn't it? So hopefully they're patching that out right now. But I actually haven't played the All-Star mode.
An update to that pretty recently was that Nintendo said they haven't been able to reliably replicate the bug.
Okay.
And now, I just saw like a few minutes ago, so I don't know how reliable this is, that it might be something to do with your SD card, not specifically Smash.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So I don't know much else about that, but I don't know. It doesn't look like Nintendo are fixing it quite yet.
They don't know.
Well, video viewers are watching the video we've got on our YouTube channel, which is just a kind of run through of Piranha Plant's moves and stuff. I've played with them a lot more since I made this video, but I'd managed to work out his down B, his down special, which is pretty cool, where you can actually tilt the pot over and then smash people sideways, which is very satisfying. And if you get them right at the edge of it, it's like you can knock almost kill someone at like I think 70 or 80%. You can kill someone with that, so it's pretty good.
Really funny clips of where he uses side B, which throws out this massive poison
Yeah.
cloud.
Oh, the side B, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you stand inside the cloud, and then you use that long-range down B smash, so
Right.
they don't know where you're aiming, and you just like
Right.
snipe them off the stage from inside it.
Yeah, I mean, even if you get them with a fully charged poison cloud, and then just do like a regular AAA combo, you can get them like up to 70-80% damage in one move. It's crazy.
If you can shield break them so they're stunned, and then just use poison cloud, it's
Yeah.
53 damage straight away.
The poison cloud actually does destroy shields very quickly, like incredibly quickly. If you hit them with a fully charged one, even if they got full shield, it's just going to go immediately, just shatter it. So it's pretty powerful. The neutral special, the one that I'm just doing now, the kind of where he fires the spiky ball up. There's a lot of nuance to that, and I am nowhere near perfecting that move. It's very, very difficult. So like if you just hit the neutral and then just tilt right or left, he'll kind of knock it to the left or right, just kind of like very slowly. But apparently if you like time, I think Cyrus, you were telling me about this, if you time it like just before, like you push it, you push B, you push special, you knock it up, you let go, and then you hit it again and press right, he'll kind of hit it really hard and really at a kind of acute angle, and just like you could almost hit it right across the stage. And if that hits someone, that's gonna like fucking smash them off the stage. But that is incredibly hard to time, and I'm nowhere near perfecting that. So, yeah, you have to be an actual good Smash player to do that. But the down special is very easy to do. I mean, if you're in the right position, I mean, if someone's trying to get back on the stage, you could just like go to the edge and then just snipe at them, you know, from the edge of the stage. That's very satisfying and not very hard to do. So, but I could see some crazy combos being able to with somebody who's actually good, like, you know, with the spiky ball and then sniping at them and doing all those kind of combos and the ink cloud and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I'm definitely interested to see, you know, if people start using him in tournaments and stuff. It would be crazy.
I'd love if they use him, because I just love how much personality they packed into this guy. Like, it's some of his animations are some of my favorite animations in the game. Right.
I mean, really I've got items turned off on this stream, but if he holds a gun or an item, he actually uses his little leaves. So
yeah.
Just holding a bazooka with his little leaves is very funny to watch. Yeah, and it has actually a meteor effect. Is down smash from above that can has like a meteor effect if you hit it in the right place. So, and his recovery is ridiculous. Like, it's so easy to like recover. Like, basically
the helicopter thing flies. Yeah, I mean, he can aim it and do whatever he wants with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's even better than like, you know, K Rules. You know, K Rules just kind of goes up. You can kind of direct to left and right a little bit. But this guy, he can just like fucking helicopter arc across the stage. You can do anything. Just basically, it's just like a remote control helicopter. You can just like put him wherever you want, and it goes for miles. So yeah, it's really easy to just like, you know, snipe at someone or spike someone off the stage and then just easily recover. You know, you don't have to worry like about recovering after that. So yeah, very, very fun character, and you know, I probably was a little bit negative towards the announcement when it was first announced, but you know, I'll admit I'm wrong. It was good. It's a fun character.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with him, obviously, but while we're talking about Smash, I just finished up the last semester of my of university, and usually treat my students to, you know, some, you know, like a game lesson at the end of the semester. So we obviously everyone wanted to play Smash. So I played in a lot of kind of tournaments, and there was a good mixture of people, like people who like only played it, they'd only played like, you know, the Wii version or whatever, and this was the first Smash they'd played since the Wii. And then some guys who were like, you know, really competitive and like actually on the competitive scene. And so yeah, it was a good mix. And yeah, obviously I got my ass handed to me when the competitive guys were playing. And actually there was a girl who was incredibly good with Pikachu, and it reminded me of Ty saying that, you know, Pikachu was like super fast or whatever. Yeah. Like, I'd never played against someone like, well, I'd never played anyone at her level. But like with Pikachu, she would just like combo the shit out of me. Like my feet actually didn't like land on the floor for like one stock. She just like juggled me to death, and then knocked me out. I was like seriously, like 0% to 100% damage. It was like that. It was embarrassing for me. Anyway. Nice. So
get wrecked.
Yeah, I got absolutely wrecked, and she obviously that was the final of that tournament. Like, you know, I had no problems beating everyone else in that class, but then the final was like me versus her, and I was just like, okay, I was making like signs of the cross as, you know, as I started the game. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked. I hope I don't embarrass myself too much. Nope, too late. But it's fun, you know. I've never had my ass handed to me on that level before, so that was interesting. But yeah, I was trying to get good with Simon, because I want to try and be good with a new character, you know, not just, you know, choose my, you know, Little Mac, you know, just be Little Mac all the time, but like I'm trying to get good with Simon, and I worked out a few kind of cool combos, you know, throwing his potion down, and then, you know, like, you know, side being people, and like you know, trying to get the axe arc when people are trying to recover and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of nuance to him, and, you know, I'm obviously rubbish at all of them, but like, you know, at the end of all these tournaments, I think we did about 8 tournaments by last week, and, you know, by the end I was marginally better than at the start of the week, so it was fun. And yeah, this is the first time we've played Smash, because the last time we had a game party, Smash wasn't out. It was like last October or something. So it was pretty cool, and people were really hyped to play it.
Right on.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that nobody was playing King K. Rool. King K. Rool seemed to be like no one was interested in playing him. I thought that was kind of interesting. Like Japanese people maybe just don't have him in as high regard as Western people or something. I don't know.
Right?
It's just like meh.
Like, was there anybody in the class you would say felt like the kind of player that loves to troll?
No. Well, other than
that
me,
might be it right there.
Yeah, like no one was really trying the new characters. Everyone was just like sticking with the melee no, sorry, not melee. What was it called what was Brawl called in Japan? Was it just X?
Yeah, I think
X,
so.
wasn't it? Yeah, there was Smabra X, the Smabra X mains or whatever. Yeah, I was like, come on, guys, Piranha Plant just came out yesterday. Let's try them out. And everyone's like, meh. So yeah, I tried them out a few times, but anyway, good times. Play Smash with people. It's a lot of fun. And then for brand new games, the patrons already know this because I posted a gameplay video a couple of days ago. So they've already know about this, but yeah, I got Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Yeah.
That's the full name, right? So that was the game I alluded to last episode. I got it on the Christmas sale or / New Year's sale on the Japan eShop. Yes, this is available on the Japanese eShop, amazingly enough.
Yep.
I thought, in January I was playing a lot of Doom, trying to mop up, last year's games. I was So I was like, Doom, it's a very gritty, dark first-person shooter, a lot of violence. And I thought, let's have a break from that. So yeah, I picked up Wolfenstein 2. Completely different. This time you're shooting Nazis, not monsters. But yeah, this is obviously from the same developers, Bethesda. Panic Button did the Switch conversion, so it's pretty much the same team as Doom. They're like you could probably buy them in a 2-pack. You
can. It's on sale on Xbox Live right now. You can get a 2-pack of Doom and Wolfenstein.
Probably get one in Japan for like 20,000 yen, like $200.
Right. But yeah, I played the original Wolfenstein, which you can play in this game.
Oh, good shit.
Yeah. It's quite easy to play. It's just like a little arcade machine that you can just go up to and play. But I think, I just wanted to kill some Nazis, I guess.
Get psyched. Wait, does the game say get psyched on the loading screen? Please tell me it does. Oh shit.
No.
Fuck that guy up.
Yeah, we're watching some footage on the video stream at the moment. I got this weapon, which is like it kind of vaporizes guys.
Yeah, it kind of vaporizes them.
There's no other way to put it. You kind of vaporize it.
Oh, you just murdered that last guy with what looked like a rusty hook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking erased that guy.
So the main guy that you play, I think it's called BJ. He's like
BJ Blazkowicz, beloved video game character.
He's got some Indian heritage or something, so he carries a tomahawk around with him.
Really, that's new.
Which is which is what you can melee people with him with the tomahawk, and you can actually throw. If you pick up more than one tomahawk, you actually can throw it as well.
I love the sequences where it's like silent kill, and it shows him
smashing
the
first one
with a tomahawk.
The first one is just the same, except it was throwing knives, and you could throw a throwing knife, and it was silent. You throw it 40 yards, hit a guy in the ankle, and he would just fucking die. It was fun in a goofy kind of way.
Yeah, obviously this being on sale, but it was some part of it. But just as a technical thing, I was just really interested in it, and I just thought the game looked fun, and the story looked fun and stuff. It's a bit far fetched. It's based in America,
yeah,
and the leader is kind of like a Nazi sympathizer, and because of that, you know, Americans start coming out as being really racist, and you know, people start, you know, being openly racist in America and stuff. And
that's wildly unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's a bit far fetched, but you know, it's kind of like an alternate reality. People flying, like, you know, swastikas in America and stuff. It's just,
well, did you play the first one?
No, that's not on.
James doesn't own a non-Nintendo system.
I don't know.
Since 1982.
Yeah, I thought so. So
no. But
so that one kind of ended on a cliffhanger, I think.
Oh, okay, like America losing or whatever. I'm guessing.
No, like America had already lost and like was under Nazi occupation.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. It's pretty much. So we're watching footage of on a submarine, which is I think this is like the second level of the game. But you're a guy who's like basically crippled, like he's got no use of his legs in the first part of the game, and you kind of like going around in a wheelchair. But then you get put in like an armored suit, which is what I'm in now. So you can walk and everything now.
Oh, okay. And you said that's BJ, right?
Yeah.
So he must have get fucked up in the course of that cliffhanger.
Yeah. He's pretty in bad shape when you start.
All right, that checks out.
But the game is incredibly brutal. Like the story is really brutal. Like starts off with just like, you know, like flashbacks to his past when he was a kid, and he's just got this horrible father, you know, makes him do horrible things and stuff. Well, which you actually do in real time and stuff. It's like, it's incredibly dark and brutal right from the start.
The first game was pretty dark too.
Yeah.
I mean, except for the part where you went to the Nazi moon base. That was all fun and games.
Yeah, that sounds fun. But yeah,
but the concentration camp part, not so fun.
Okay. I had a very Nazi killing week. I watched Inglourious Bastard, which came on Netflix Japan recently.
It's psyched.
And then played this like all in the same week. So yeah, a lot of Nazi killing going on in my house past couple of weeks. Good times.
Good times.
So yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, did you know you can play as BJ in Quake Champions as well?
I know now.
Yeah. And if you kill someone with a special ability, it says "get psyched."
Okay, okay. Well, I'll look out for that. Now you've told me. But if people have played this game on, you know, other systems, and you know they already know everything about the story and everything, just about what the Switch version is doing, you know, visually, I think it's really impressive. The frame rate never goes down. It's completely locked at 30, like Doom was. You know, because visually, like Doom is a lot more organic in the things that it was showing. You know, especially when you go to like Hell, and you know, I thought the designs. I mean, actually, me and Ty talked about this.
Oh yeah,
like,
you triggered the hell out of me.
But like, I thought like the level designs were very Metroid Prime, and I thought that was a good thing. And then Ty said the opposite, like, no, it's completely not Metroid Prime, and that is a good thing.
He said all the good things.
Yeah.
And Doom came from Metroid Prime, and I was like, hold on there.
So, well, I can explain myself a little bit more now. See,
okay, please try.
So, like in Doom, like the level design. Well, in Metroid Prime, the amazing thing about the level design was that every room was unique. Like even when you're going just through like, you know, ice corridor number 1 and ice corridor number 2, they made sure each one was completely different. You know, even on the map, it was just like a square or whatever. But like when you went to it, they had like, you know, different vines hanging down. It had like, you know, different rocks. It had something that was visually unique to that room, and it was never used in any other room. And the way the levels were put together just felt very organic and natural. And a lot of the parts in Doom, especially in the Hell stages, were like that. And also like the jumping, like, I mean, Metroid Prime pretty much like invented 3D jumping, like good 3D jumping, good first-person 3D jumping by the head tilt going down. And, you know, Doom.
I don't agree with that statement.
Well, what other first-person game did jumping better?
Turok. 1997.
I would argue that's why people thought first-person jumping shouldn't be done. I remember a lot of people complaining
it was just like so fucking much of it. It was like, enough.
No, I don't agree with that. I hated the jumping in Turok. that was rubbish. But yeah. In case the listeners are not aware, Ty really doesn't like Metroid Prime, and I really, really like it. So yeah. So what was my point? Yeah. So good level design, good jumping, and the kind of exploration and stuff was very similar to Metroid Prime. And,
I don't agree with the exploration part.
But obviously, everything else was completely different. Like, you know, the combat and everything. Not talking about combat or anything like that.
Did you know the main level designer for Metroid Prime actually worked on Quake 3 previously?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
cool.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but if you played Quake 3, you know that game. It's kind of flavored like Doom as well.
Okay, cool. So
like Quake 3, it's on your homework list.
Right. So there is some exploration in Wolfenstein 2 as well. Like you are finding secrets and like hidden shafts and like little extra like body armor and stuff up hidden in the vents and stuff like that, and all secret hidden files and stuff like that. So but I think not as much as Doom. And just by the fact that it's based in the real, quote unquote, real world, it's not as like visually like stunning as Doom was, But I think it's fine. It's better than fine. It's good. It's cool. And I think there are levels which I haven't got to yet, which are even more impressive. So looking forward to it. And the aiming from Doom is here, like the motion aiming is in this one as well. I'm using it now in this video, which is good. They've used this pretty much the same tilt aiming that they had in Doom, which is I mean, it's not as good as like Splatoon, but it's pretty much, it's almost there, and it works great, and it's it's as close as you're going to get to like mouse and keyboard without mouse and keyboard on a console. So it's good times.
Word.
All right then. Sorry for going so long. Next.
Next, we're going to go ahead and move on quickly to now playing at the Famicast.com. So now playing at the Famicast.com, of course, as always, we got a lot of stuff that's been going up on YouTube, the website, and all of that. So coming up here this week, I believe, me and James have some more Famicom Online for you guys. We went through a handful of games, actually some good games for a change.
What?
Yeah.
That's going against the rules of Famicom Club.
I mean, we're bound to hit some good ones eventually out of the 30 or so that are out there. I hope there'd be at least 3.
A broken clock and all that, right?
Right. So, yeah, we go through Mario 3, Ninja Gaiden, and the Japan-only Joy Mecha or Mech Fight.
Right. That was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
That was cool. I mean, if you have no knowledge of Joy Mech Fight, it's definitely worth checking out. And how weird is it that me and Danny are playing a Famicom game from the 90s, like fighting game online together in the year of our Lord 2019.
Yeah,
it's crazy times.
Yeah,
good times. I'll quickly talk about my Smash series. I got the next batch of videos going up. I got Rob, the Mii Fighters, Punch Out, Ice Climbers, Game & Watch, Final Fantasy. They're all up now, and they are part of the Smash playlist. The Mii one is especially interesting because the Mii's different from like Rob, for example, doesn't have his own stage, right? He's the only, I don't think he's the only character, but he's one of 2 characters that doesn't have their own stage, which is weird. But Mii's, on the other hand, have fucking like 8 stages. It's crazy. So like the Mii's themselves are not interesting, but it's worth watching the Mii one just for the stages, like the Pilot Wings one and the Tomodachi Collection ones. It's crazy. And then what else?
Make a Rob stage.
They should, right? I mean, how hard is it?
Like made of his dock, the thing that juggles the plates or whatever. Like that's
gyromite.
Yeah, like that moves them around. Those plates could be moving objects or whatever.
Make it like an 80s style Japanese like living room or tatami room or something. And boom! I mean, I figured it out. Nintendo, go ahead. You can pay me the big bucks now.
Has anyone played Gyromite?
No.
Gyromite. I I think I've touched it. I love the fucking music in Gyromite.
I don't even know what you do in my Gyromite. Is it like a music game or something? I don't know.
I don't think anybody knows, honestly.
It's God, I almost want to say it feels a little like what was it, Donkey Kong 94 or something? Like you're this professor dude, you go through this thing and you have to pick up all these things, and there are these walls that move up and down, and you can plug in the robot and have the robot move the walls up and down for you at like excruciatingly low speed, or you can not.
All right, I wasn't asking for your life story, mate. All I'm saying was that build the stage on that. That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, baby.
Smash stage on that. There you go.
Well,
DLC.
Another thing
that would be a good Smash stage.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Especially with that fucking music. It's so good.
Speaking of music being actually not good, but the game, on the other hand, is actually really good. I did a video review for a retro game, Tetris 64, aka Bio Tetris. Yeah, I'm not going to say much more about it, except for you can clip this thing into your N64 and your ear. So if you haven't watched that yet, go ahead and do so and get learned a thing or two.
Do not clip it onto your testicles like Danny did.
I did.
Mistake.
That's in the video.
Please do enjoy. And the game footage that you're watching during today's episode, the Wolfenstein Dark Souls, you can watch, the high quality, non-blurred, non-streaming version on YouTube as well. Check it out. Stick it on HD. Please do enjoy.
All this and more. Cyrus, where?
On the Famicast.com.
Just so Cyrus can say something. Brilliant. I love it.
All right.
Calm.
Well, next, James, you know what time it is. It's that time of the show.
Sit down, Bill. It's time for the Japanese.
That's right. Tons and tons of new. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Did you get it? I said Bill because, we're going to talk about Microsoft.
Yes,
right?
That's me.
You got that?
Yeah, got it. Yeah, seriously, since the last episode, there's so much shit that just dropped. I think even like a couple of days, just so much crap has went down. Obviously, the biggest thing that has dropped here recently is the news that Xbox Live, like some kind of a Xbox Live cross-platform gaming, is coming to Switch, Android and iOS, and more.
Halo 6 confirmed.
Right.
Nintendo exclusive.
Exactly.
Danny, can you just DM me when Ty's finished talking?
Yes.
I'll come back in a bit, yeah? Cheers.
Right.
See ya.
So first, just a little bit of background on this. So Microsoft is planning to debut this new cross-platform development platform at GDC this year, and they're hoping to bring Xbox Live to a bunch of different platforms and stuff. And this news actually comes from the GDC website. It was kind of already on there, basically kind of outlining kind of what this new service was going to do. But other than that, it's just a lot of other little pieces that maybe we can put together here. But I guess, what was your guys' initial gut reactions to this? What do you think? What kind of implications does this have for Nintendo, if any?
Oh man, I was trying to decide. There's so many jokes to make about like, Nintendo has a good online service now.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know what to make of it because, like, obviously it doesn't mean games. They're not going to just start publishing Xbox games on Switch. And my best hope is they do some sort of voice chat thing. Like, it's so sad that I'm legitimately hoping Microsoft comes in and saves Nintendo's voice chat. Same.
Well, actually, on a somewhat related note that somebody added into the agenda again after I already did, thank you very much. No, but there's this SDK for text and voice chat, and that can work over crossplay that is now available on the Switch. And this is like an authorized Switch. This is so authorized Switch devs can use this tech to basically do communication in game without the need of the stupid application on your phone. And this is the same stuff. The company that did this is called like Vivox, and these are the guys that actually put the voice chat into Fortnite on the Switch. So this stuff is available for every developer that wants to do it on the Switch. Even Nintendo if they wanted to, but we'll see.
It's just I wish that, and the reason I read up on this too is that so any game can put this stuff in, but then those games have to maintain their own voice clients or whatever. So a lot of games don't want to be in charge of this when every other system offloads it onto the console. So I really wish Nintendo would just fucking put a voice chat thing in.
Yeah, is it though? 'Cause I mean, I don't know about the semantic side. Like, I could have swore I read that this company like Vivox, maybe they would kind of help with some of that stuff. Like, I don't know if that was just support to get it to work or support to keep everything together. I don't know.
I don't know. I had assumed from reading it that it was just they like give you the technology and you would have to run your own servers to keep it active. Or whatever.
The difference is like for example, Smite, which is going to come out in the next couple of months, right? What was like a MOBA game, and that Smite's going to have the same voice chat, SDK as Fortnite and Paladins or whatever. But the thing is, none of those talk with each other. I can't chat to Cyrus while he's playing Smite if I'm playing Fortnite, right? It's kind of like they're all cut off in their own little servers like that, right? So that's the difference between this and say Xbox Live.
But then again, too, like unless. And this is probably never going to happen unless Nintendo just decided, you know what? Our online is shit. Let's just go ahead and team up with Microsoft to basically make our back end for our online.
And Xbox Live smartphone app.
Yeah, I mean,
works with Nintendo Switch.
Right.
I mean, I have the Xbox Live smartphone app right here. It's cool and good. I can harass my friends in game from work.
Yeah, it's like even there's a PlayStation app too that you can do the same thing. You can they have a separate app for the messaging.
Can you send a message on the Nintendo app?
Nope.
No.
Like, is
no
there
text
literally
message.
any way to message my friends on Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, it's called
Any
Twitter.
of Nintendo's technology.
Yeah, Twitter, texting, regular emails, Skype.
Facts.
I literally can't believe that that's still a thing. I just can't. I'm so mad.
You've never been able to just click on a friend's name and message them on any Nintendo system ever.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. The closest we've got is that what was that app called on 3DS? The kind of texting.
I was going to say Snapchat. No.
Yeah. Nintendo invented
Chat or Paint Chat or something.
Swap Chat?
No.
Picto Chat?
That was the Wi-Fi, local Wi-Fi on DS. No, but
Swap
on 3DS.
Note?
Swap Note. Yeah. That was the only one where you could just you could write. It sounds so stupid when you say it. You could write letters to your friends on your friends list, and it would you'd actually write out in real time how they wrote it, exactly how they drew it, actually how they wrote it, right? You can actually send messages that way. But that app took like 3 minutes to load up. So
I remember I got my Wii like right out of the box, and like I started adding friends. Like my message got blocked because it had a bad word in it. And you know what that word was? It was kill.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Anthony Dranfield in the chat, he's saying, hey, remember when you could send emails on the Wii? It's like,
oh, yeah. I watched a Japanese commercial for that, like how the dad was supposed to be like coming home late from work, and he would send an email from his flip phone on the train, and it would arrive on the Wii, and the mum would read it on the Wii at home and stuff like that. Yeah, that never happened.
Right.
It's good to dream, though.
Yeah. Just back to the Xbox Live and all that stuff too, like something that happened at the end of December and then something that happened in like the past couple of days. I don't know if all of this stuff is related or if it's just some kind of a weird coincidence, because Nintendo's former head of partner management, Damon Baker, you seen him in like the Nindy Direct, the white guy with the glasses.
Old Damesy.
Right. I mean, friend of the show.
Yeah,
he left Nintendo in late December, and now he's working for Microsoft as the head of portfolio. Basically, he's evaluating second and third party content like that comes on to like Microsoft, not necessarily Xbox Live, but like Microsoft platform stuff.
Microsoft tweeted out that they're loving Smash Ultimate.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember that. A little flirting going on here.
Nintendo did a trailer saying did a tweet where they said, hey, Microsoft, like now that we can play Minecraft together, let's build something together or something like that. All the puzzle pieces are there.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
I mean, I think, to be honest, Microsoft were mainly just trolling Sony, with that whole.
I think so too. Every time
let's play together.
Nintendo was another slap in the back Sony's head.
There's like a massive Switch logo and a massive Xbox logo. It's let's play together, because we can, know.
Hell yeah. Master Chief in Smash.
Right.
Place your bets.
Yeah.
So I don't know what could realistically come out of this. I mean, do Microsoft have any crossplay games other than like Minecraft? I don't think they do they?
What with
like crossplay with anything? Like
they crossplay between Windows and Xbox. Like a lot of their first party games do. Like Killer Instinct does, I believe Gears of War does, I believe Forza does.
Yeah, all their first party stuff does between PC and Xbox.
So realistically, all I think that's actually going to happen with this is it lets people who have Microsoft consoles and have Switches, it let them keep track of their achievements and game progress.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I honestly don't think anything big is going to happen with this except that.
Yeah.
Well,
if I could get if I could get achievements on my Switch, that would be a little point over to the column of buying a Switch.
Yeah.
Well, you can already. All the Minecraft achievements on Switch go onto your Xbox account, right?
So I mean, I guess that would just depend really heavily on developers. If they wanted to implement, Xbox Live into their games, and obviously that could be a thing. But yeah, I mean,
Ty, do you have Minecraft, Ty, on Xbox?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so if you want to double up on your achievements, you got to get the Switch version.
Right, it probably goes into the same pool because it's also the same pool of achievements shared between the PC and Xbox.
Yeah,
so
I would
because Minecraft's such a unique thing, isn't it? Because Minecraft obviously released on everything, like including Sony.
Yeah.
And then obviously Sony didn't want to do crossplay, so that's why that happened. But did Microsoft have any of those other kind of games where they release on everything? I don't think they do they? Because like Halo and all that kind of stuff, Gears of War, they're very, very much first-party games.
Did they publish anything on DS?
There was that rumored there was that Halo game that they almost made.
Diddy Kong Racing DS. Who the hell published that?
Yeah.
They cut the deal to put out Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
See, this kind of talk is why I think this app is just laying the groundwork for them to do more Minecraft scale projects.
Yeah, I can't remember any specifics, but I think Microsoft said a few points that they've always had an interest on publishing on Nintendo's portable platforms because they didn't think that was a piece of the same pie as the consoles.
Yeah, Switch kind of puts a spanner in the works, isn't it? Because it's kind of both.
Yeah.
It's like, are they rivals or not?
I do think that most people treat the Switch as a portable with console capabilities.
Yeah.
Even if most people actually play it as a console, I think it's still considered a handheld.
Yeah, that's how I always felt about it. I don't even have one. I don't
know. I actually one of the Smash tournaments. One of my students brought a Switch with them, and I said, "Could you just take off the Joy-Cons and I'll sync them to my Switch, and then you can use them in Smash." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, just take off the Joy-Cons." She was like, "You can take them off?
Read the fucking manual."
She'd never played it on the TV.
Holy shit!
She'd only ever played it portably. She literally used it like a DS.
Wow.
Nice.
And she only docked it to charge it.
Wow.
And, and she was trying to rip off the Joy-Cons without, pushing the little clip. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Slow down. You got to push the button. And then
that's why they're probably going to release that portable-only version of the Switch later in the year.
That did get me thinking about that. I was like, wait, are there a bunch of people like this girl? Like, maybe it's not as crazy as they thought. Like, to have a Switch that doesn't remove the Joy-Cons. Maybe it's not crazy.
Right.
I don't think it's crazy, but
well, for the last 3 weeks, I've had. I know we're going a bit tangential here, but I've had my dock just beside my bed, not hooked up to a TV, just so it's my charging dock, and I just take it out to play it. Right. So I'm in that boat to a degree too.
Well, Ty, do you have any?
So many
theories. Okay, maybe give us like your best two or something.
What games would you want to play like portably?
I wouldn't even say just games. Like, just what do you think that Microsoft would do with this?
Yeah, like I don't think I'm gonna be playing my Xbox library on Switch or anything.
No.
But let's see, some things that Xbox Live has, you know, besides like the great voice chat, they have the movies and TV service of their own. So you can just buy digital movies on Xbox Live.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't see why that couldn't come to Switch. What else? Long shot, but something I would like to see is cross buy. So like if I buy like a multi-platform game, like if I could just get it on like both Switch and Xbox, that would be rad. Or like, you know, if I already had Minecraft on Xbox, if it just carried over to Switch for free, that would be rad.
That could work. That doesn't sound pretty far-fetched. Doesn't sound far-fetched at all.
Yeah. Well,
because it's Microsoft, isn't it? So, you know, they're happy to give games away.
Yeah. Though I don't know, like Nintendo, you know, they're gonna want their piece of the pie. Yeah. So I don't know if they go for that.
Yeah, the license fee or whatever, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they like money. That's about it.
Okay.
I mean, you know, just playing cross-play games, that'd be great, and with a convenient system to invite people, because you know we play cross-play games, and we're trying to find each other, and sometimes it's a pain in the ass.
You know, pretty much all the time it's a pain in the ass.
Right.
It's a pain in the ass to find other Switch users on the Switch. So
yeah, no kidding.
Never mind another console.
Yeah, and like it's just so good on Xbox. You just go to your friends list and like you can just like hit the start button. There's like a whole menu like invite to game, invite to party, whatever. And
what a world we live in. You live in.
Yeah, they've been refining that shit for like 20 fucking years. So it's actually extremely good now.
Well, exciting times ahead, question mark?
One final thing is I was just trying to research there while we were doing this, is I remember months back that Microsoft were talking about how they're going to be investing a lot in cloud gaming as a future.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I think it's called xCloud or something was the thing there.
I think so.
So if they invest heavily in cloud gaming, having an Xbox Live platform that can run on anything would be perfect for them. Like you can run any game on any screen using an Xbox Live account.
Right.
What's that other app that was going to come to Switch, but then it's not? Is it like Rain Cloud or something like that, where it lets you stream anything to any device? Like you can play like it's got Rain in the title, hasn't it? Which I don't think it is coming to Switch anymore for whatever reason. Nintendo didn't want it. But like if Microsoft and Nintendo did a partnership with that, you know, let you stream stuff to the Switch as like almost using the Switch as like a monitor more than anything, like a portable monitor. Right.
Yeah, I mean that already exists between Xbox and PC. Like I can stream a game from my Xbox to my PC in a different part of the house and just play it running on my Xbox but displaying on my PC.
Yeah. I mean, I think that you know Microsoft is. We've already seen it. We've talked about it on the show. I mean, Ubisoft and Ubitas, that company that did the cloud stuff for Biohazard 7 and Assassin's Creed. I mean, that's where they're moving to, where it's actually truly from the cloud. That way, that you wouldn't even have to worry about installs, updates, any of that stuff. That's kind of nice. But at the same time, right now, you're better off if you have a hardwired system to do something like that. So I think for the future, this maybe not even the Switch, maybe a Switch successor, whatever the hell that's going to be. Maybe this will play more of a role. And like I think maybe Ty or somebody said, this is probably just a good thing just to lay the groundwork there, so it's there. Windows are open. It's not just Switch; it's on mobile too. And if you look at people playing freaking PUBG and Fortnite on their phones,
PUBG, yeah,
you know what? Well, yeah, but that, I mean,
they should do the like a version of the mobile version of PUBG and put it on Switch,
dude. I mean,
that's just like a no-brainer, isn't it?
They just got fucking Fortnite, or they got the same running on mobile. They got Fortnite running on mobile and Switch. It's like I don't think that it's possible.
I'm going to say it right now. PUBG, like some version of the mobile version, somewhere between a console and a mobile version, it's going to come to Switch this year.
It's like a PC Xbox game, right? So I mean, just scale it down, and you could actually don't have to make it necessarily be like a mobile thing.
You just remind me. I had that thought a while back, and now just reminded me. So there you go. Boom. I said it. 6th of February, 2019. It's happening.
Well, anyways, let's kind of keep moving on here with the news. MK news. Somebody want to talk about that? One of the fighter boys.
Can be.
I think the most important news is I keep forgetting that Mortal Kombat is coming to Switch.
Right.
Switch. They just showed 2 new characters, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaggy
Oh, yeah.
Instinct Shaggy.
Cabal. Right.
Yeah.
Cabal. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Was my favorite Mortal Kombat 3 character. So I was nice to see him come back.
Well,
He's the guy with like 2 kind of hooks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so one of the
swords.
12 characters inspired by Star Wars, according to the Mortal Kombat 3 collector's book.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Fair enough. I guess his mask kind of looks like a sand people.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Sand people. That's awesome.
Is Baraka in this new one as well?
Yeah, he was one of the first characters.
Yeah.
He was my Mortal Kombat 2 main, and Cabal was my Mortal Kombat 3 main. I like those. I don't know. I like guys with metal spiky things, I guess.
Cool.
I don't know who Devora is though.
She was in Mortal Kombat 10 or X.
Yeah, she's the new one.
It's pronounced
Insect
Deborah,
Lady.
actually.
Deborah.
Yeah.
No. She's cool. She was high tier, I believe. You'll see some top players play her in Mortal Kombat 10, and she's back in 11.
Yeah, I like her because she's a fairly unique character, and Mortal Kombat could do with a few unique characters.
Sounds like an Overwatch character. Devora. All right, then.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's pretty much it.
When is this game coming out again? MK11?
Later this year?
Yeah, I don't really know. Mortal Kombat has hit a point where it's too gory and violent for me. Like, I actually just don't like watching it. Like,
the only thing that puts me off for this one is that they're talking about all these customization options, and there's like 3 versions of every character, which I know has been it was in 10, right? But now you can, like, for example, I don't know, like Baraka. I remember seeing a video of Baraka, and like it had like 8 different spikes, like different versions of his spike.
Yeah,
things like that.
Full character creator for each character plus styles.
Yeah.
It's like,
which was like the worst part of like Smash 4 was like all those fucking customizable moves, which they got rid of for Ultimate. Thank God. It's like, I hope it doesn't turn into that kind of thing.
I don't think they will, because it might be like Injustice 2 had the whole gear system, right? Whereas basically, you can micromanage a whole bunch of little items and stuff, but like you don't have to play with that shit, right? Okay. Like the standard online mode is like, you can play with gear or you can play without gear. And as far as I know, like basically the with gear mode died out because fuck that.
It's mostly a single player thing for just have people be able to unlock a million things forever.
Right. That's actually what. If I may, this is what Smash 4 actually should have done. Instead of locking all the characters, they should just have some bullshit, collect some other thing that nobody actually needs, but people can collect if they want.
They're called spirits.
It just reminded me, Cyrus, you can play with spirits in like multiplayer, can't you? I've never done it, but like, how fucking weird and broken would that be? It's like you start off like metal with like 30% damage or something like that. Why would you ever do that?
I've heard that some people use it as a kind of a balancing system. So if I'm like really good playing against my like, terrible cousin or something, they can turn on as many spirits as they want.
Right.
So that's what this kind of mode in Mortal Kombat can be.
How does that even work though? So do you have to save like a spirit team and then like turn it on or something like that? Or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit. So you give them like super armor or whatever, like unflinching and that kind of stuff. Triple jumps.
If I may talk about the best fighting game ever, Killer Instinct, for a moment.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, there was a single player mode. It looked like XCOM, right? And that had like all these items and equipment you could use, and it was basically just for that. And that was actually fun.
All
right? Yeah, and Ultimate Marvel 3 had that too. They had that weird card bullshit mode. Cyrus, do you remember that?
I remember that, and it was so much fun, and I wish they'd done more with it.
Right? So, yeah, it's like, this is how you can make fighting player, like, single-player modes engaging. You can do all sorts of custom equipment, adventure bullshit, like, stacked on top of the core fighting game. Just like keep it away from, the core multiplayer. Just keep it far, far away.
They threw a lot away in Smash 4 to Smash Ultimate, like all the trophies. They threw those all in the trash, and all those extra, like everyone had 3 versions of every version of every move in Smash. They threw all of those in the trash as well. It's like
Paladin should have to keep one of them.
I wonder if they had access to the metrics, for like how many people
no one used
use that stuff.
Well, I couldn't even lock all the moves for like my main characters, like because it was all randomized. Like you just got random items. So it's like I'd play that game for fucking dozens of hours. I never got all the items for even half the characters. It was stupid, complete waste of time.
Yep.
Next. Moving on. So I've been seeing a lot about this. I have no idea what the hell this is. Apex Legends dev. Okay, someone please explain to me in 10 seconds what that is.
Okay,
Apex
so
Legends.
Titanfall?
What?
Titanfall? That like mech shooter game?
Yeah.
So the developer of that, everyone thought they were working on Titanfall 3. Turns out they were actually working on Apex Legends.
Okay, well that explains it.
it's a battle royale type game, like Fortnite, whatever, except you're in teams of 3 versus 59 other teams or something, or 59 other players all in other teams.
Okay.
And every player gets a class, so instead of just being a generic guy, you pick medic or engineer or whatever.
Okay.
And
so, Cyrus, the thing that always interested me about Titanfall, because it was an Xbox exclusive, right? The first one, like the big robots always look so cool, and also like the wall running and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to play this.
Yeah, and I haven't actually looked into most of this because as soon as the word Battle Royale came up, my brain turned off. But apparently it's really good. Like, they did a lot of weird stuff with it that other games haven't tried, so I might look into it a bit. And they released it for free immediately after they announced it. It was like... Because they just said that everyone tunes out as soon as they hear the word Battle Royale. So like, let's get rid of that... Yeah?
I'm guessing no one on this podcast actually knows anything about this game.
Not
so
really.
that joke that I tried to lead Cyrus into didn't work. The joke was, I can't wait to try out the robots from Titanfall. It's not in this game. And the second the second part of the joke was, I can't wait to try out all the cool wall running and gymnastics that was in Titanfall. That's also not in this game. So they took out the 2 coolest things in that Titanfall. That was the joke. But
it kind of landed with me, but I'm like, I know so little about this that they may or may not have actually been in there in some capacity. I knew they
the two famous things. It's like the 2 famous things from Titanfall. But anyway, the reason why we're talking about it now is that the devs were actually talking about bringing it to the Switch, and they said they have nothing to announce now. But they made it sound like they're kind of in discussions with people to help port it over. So it means that they can't actually announce it right now, but like as soon as like that's locked down, they're going to announce it. So
I think that more sounded like to me as if someone asked them, "Is that coming to Switch?" And they're like, "Well, we don't want to definitely say no because then everyone will be mad. But we're going to say no."
This just seems kind of like non-news, but news, but not really.
It's like the Overwatch people saying, "Yeah, we were looking into bringing it to Switch." That game is never coming to Switch.
Right.
Paladins also on Switch.
Speaking of a game that it will never ever come to Switch, Overcooked 2 has a Chinese New Year's update. It's available right now. We have some.
Has anyone got Overcooked 2?
No.
I have Overcooked 1, not 2.
Me too. Yeah, it's a shame that the first one doesn't really have DLC, but the second one's getting tons of DLC constantly all the time.
Well, the first one came packaged with all the DLC it got on other consoles.
Oh, okay. Right. I don't know. It seems like they're having more, and varied DLC with this one. Yeah. So with this one, you get 7 new kitchens, 2 new recipes, fruit platter, and a hot pot. I guess is that Chinese? I don't know. Two new chefs, a Chinese New Year pig, because you're the pig, and an ornate dragon. And they've even added a new game mode, survival mode. You can add seconds to the clock with every dish you serve. Isn't that just regular Overcooked?
I think Overcooked is like against the clock that is winding down regardless.
You can't add time, can you?
Yeah, if you're good enough, you can play forever is this new mode.
So there you go. Chinese New Year update available now. Please buy this game in China. Update.
Right. Speaking of updates, Jesus Christ, this next one is a pretty big, surprising update.
Oh yeah, this was
yeah. Right. So Metroid Prime 4, it's basically being rebooted. So what had happened, and not only that, it's actually going to be pushed over to Retro Studios. If you have been following Nintendo news for the past couple of weeks, basically since like a couple of days after our last episode, you've probably seen Shinya Takahashi, the senior executive officer at Nintendo, saying a bunch of things such as, the current development progress has not reached the standards we seek in a sequel to the Metroid Prime series. Nintendo always strives for the highest quality in our games, and in the development phase, we challenge ourselves and confront whether the game is living up to that quality on a daily basis. And basically he's saying like, yeah, it wasn't. So they decided to re-examine the development structure itself and change it. Specifically, we have asked the producer, Kinsuke Tanabe, to work in trust and in collaboration with the studio that developed the original Metroid Prime series, Retro Studios in the United States, and restart from scratch. And yeah, and it was pretty cool that it was really weird because it's just a white background in the video, right? And just kind of like a somber tone, but and then just being open with Nintendo fans about what's going on. I don't think anybody, well, I know Ty hates Metroid Prime, but I don't see this as a.
So the team that was doing it was it Bandai Namco? But was it in Singapore or something like that? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But it was definitely not in the States.
It
was an Asian branch, and obviously they were not happy with how it was going. Maybe it was just I don't know. They turned it into a match 3 mobile game.
Yeah, it sucks because we'll never know what exactly was going on. This is when you wish you had
friend of the show, Liam Robinson. He'll get it.
Yeah, exactly. Either Liam or get Peter Jackson's old squad that he had with the Lord of the Rings DVDs and just send them there just to document everything. But don't think that's going to happen.
What I love about this is something. It's almost like a double insult to the other people. Is first they took it away from the Japanese studio. Is it an Asian studio or Japanese studio?
Let's just go with Asia. We don't actually know.
Yeah, and then they gave it to an American studio. That's like in Japan. That's the biggest insult. It's
these colors never run, Cyrus.
Give it to the Trumps.
So, the game must have been in shambles for them to have taken a step this big, and then to publicly announce it too.
Well, I mean, a lot of people saying, this is a good thing. Congratulations, Nintendo, giving them a slap on the back. You see that it wasn't going to plan and everything, but I'm slow down there with the old slapping on the back here. I mean, from the day this was announced, we were like, well, no, even before that, what the hell is Retro doing? That's all we've been saying for the past 3 years. Since Tropical Freeze came out, what is Retro doing? Tell us what Retro is working on. Please tell us, what is Retro doing? No response for 3 years, complete radio silence.
Well, now we know what they're doing.
Then Metroid Prime 4 gets announced, fucking Photoshop logo comes up, and we're like, oh, fantastic. This is what they've been working on all this time. We'd like to announce that Retro is not working on this game. It's a new studio. And we're like, okay, I guess. So what is Retro working on? Radio silence. Mm-hmm. So, okay, if Retro's not working on it, what the hell are they doing? And there's these Star Fox rumors. Still, they're just rumors, radio silence.
Yep.
And it's then this and that, this comes out, and it's well, okay, so Retro haven't been working on it, but now they are. So it's just fucking blue balling and then kicking you in the blue balls and then ripping your balls off and then saying, oh yeah, I'm just not ready to give Nintendo congratulations for this. They should have been working on it 3 years ago, and it would have been done by now.
Well, for whatever reason, for good or bad, I don't know. I mean, Retro had been helping out with, the Donkey Kong Country or the new Donkey Kong Country games, sometimes developing them or lending assistance with the 3DS ones and, stuff like that. They've been doing a lot of weird, non-major project-y type of stuff. Maybe they have something in the works and it just isn't going well or, something like that. Ooh. At this point, I don't know.
We're actually coming up to the anniversary here. 5-year anniversary of Tropical Freeze coming out. February 14th, 2014. That is the last game that Retro made. 5 years ago. That is more than enough time to make a fucking grade A Metroid Prime game. And instead,
think, James, that they were, like I said, doing stuff to help pay the bills, helping out with like development on other games and stuff.
But there is, I don't know if you've got this in the agenda, but there was a little bit of interesting tidbits here. The one of the somebody who used to work at Retro Studios said, he didn't say the title of the game, but he said, "Oh, this is interesting. So I wonder what happened to that game that I was working on when I worked there." So obviously, Retro had been working on something.
Ravenblade's been dead since like 2002.
So what I'm hoping is that whatever game that they've been working on since 14th of February 2015 till now, I hope that game comes out, gets released and announced very soon. And I say, okay, that's out, that's cool. Maybe it's the Star Fox game, who knows? The F-Zero crossover racing game or whatever it is, or something completely different. That gets announced soon and gets released this year. And then, you know, Prime 4 comes out, whatever, 3-4 years from now, whatever.
Right.
But I really hope we find out what the hell they've been working on all this time. Jesus Christ.
We'll see. Or we'll go another E3 with nothing. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Could be an Overwatch like Titan situation or whatever it was. Like they just scrapped whatever they were working on. It wasn't working. And then Nintendo were like, "Hey, how about Metroid?" And they're like, "Okay, yeah, our game was garbage anyway."
I mean, Retro have a Twitter account. All they tweet out is fucking barbecue from Texas.
Right.
Oh man, so that's what they've been doing.
Yeah.
5 years.
Barbecues,
5
living
years.
the dream.
Fucking barbecues.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good business model to me. Maybe not profitable, but I would call it good.
Yes.
Right.
Well, continuing on here with the news, we got a few more different little batches of stuff. So there's a new Nintendo mobile game that has been announced. Everyone loves it. Dr. Mario World.
This one's right up Ty's alley.
Yeah.
Dr. Mario sounds fun and like a game I would play on the phone, but as I understand it, it's actually not going to be the kind of game I want to play.
Well,
it's a free version of Dr. Mario, and it's coming out on Android. What more do you want?
Yep.
I don't know. Can I pay to win somehow?
Yes, probably. Well, it's coming out this summer, and it's being developed in collaboration with Line, the big mobile thing here in Japan for messaging, news, apps.
Alarm bells going off.
Yeah.
Does it come with money stamps?
I imagine it'll be something similar to Tsum Tsum that you can play online at the moment.
Yeah.
Just like mindless drop a bunch of blocks.
You can only play once a day for free.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Well,
I played that Puzzle Fighter, the free-to-play Android Puzzle Fighter that came out recently. So if it's anything like that, we should all just march on the studio now and burn it to the ground.
Oh yeah.
You can do free-to-play drop the blocks games really badly.
wow.
Right.
Yeah, I heard about how bad that one was.
Well,
so Danny, last episode I said Nintendo have to talk about Mario Kart World Tour before the end of March, because it's due to come out the end of Q4, right? I said that. I literally said that last episode, and then a few days later, this comes out.
Yep. So obviously, yes, they did talk about Mario Kart Tour, and it's getting pushed back to the summer, just to quote unquote ensure game quality. That's the reason behind the delay, whatever the hell that means. Basically, it's like a retro type of a comment. Who the hell knows?
They don't need this, do they? I mean, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is like the best-selling Switch game.
I think something Dr. Mario seems like it's more of a better fit as long as they do it right. Mario Kart, might not be. Who knows? It depends on what they do with it, but we'll see. We'll see.
It's like when like the Legend of Zelda Netflix series rumor came out. It's like you just can't imagine anything good. You're just like, well, should Link speak? Your just head starts exploding, and you're like, ah.
Oh, excuse me, princess.
Yeah.
Every idea you can ever think of just sounds terrible, and it's kind of like this. Mario Kart Tour is kind of the same thing. It's like, well, I guess if you use motion no, whatever, forget it. It's crap. Everything is crap.
Motion controls in a Mario Kart game? How dare.
Right.
Motion controls on the thing that you actually looking at the thing that you're playing.
Love it.
Great. You could probably do that on the Wii U, couldn't you? Play it on the gamepad and
maybe.
do that.
don't remember.
I don't think they let you do that on the Switch, do you? I don't think you can tilt the Switch in handheld mode, can you? I don't think they allow
You can
that.
with Zelda.
Yeah,
Like,
because
you know,
it's some.
With aiming. Right.
Well, the tilt the puzzle rooms and
Yeah.
stuff. You have to like flip the entire Switch upside down to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Good luck to you.
Right.
Next.
So, yep, James, this is maybe of interest to us, at least you and me.
Oh.
So the next round of Famicom Online games have been revealed. That's going to be Super Mario USA, aka Super Mario Brothers 2, Kirby's Adventure, and of course the beloved classic Spuddy Ozumo, which for some reason isn't going to get a localized release in Europe or North America. It's
Seriously?
fucking bullshit.
A sumo game completely in Japanese is not getting released in the West? Great.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was telling James earlier, and I kind of tweeted about this. This was on the Famicom Mini, and I have like a video of it, like 10-minute video, just me kind of playing it. There is a lot of Japanese.
Is that 2-player, Danny? Or are we going to be able to play against each other?
I think it's 2 players.
Okay.
If not,
bring it down, Fatso.
Yeah. Check. Thank you. That's what the guy called me at work today. Appreciate it.
It was me.
Yes.
So Kirby's Adventure, that's an infinite fly game. Throw it in the trash. Mario USA, that's the worst Mario game. Throw it in the trash.
You suck, James.
Doki Doki Panic. Fuck that shit.
I really like Mario 2.
Me too.
It's weird.
Yeah, James. I mean, you've never even had an NES, man. Did you have?
I played a lot of this game. My friend had this. Yeah.
Did you have Super Mario All Stars?
That's where I played it.
No, I didn't. I never had Mario All Stars.
Wow, because we had it on an NES, and we had it on All Stars, and it was great. We rented it all the time on the NES, and then one Valentine's Day, like after Mario 3 came out, my parents bought it for my brothers and I. Mario 2.
I remember.
You guys celebrate Valentine's Day really weirdly.
That was the only time that's ever happened in my life.
We've talked. This is the second time we talked about Valentine's Day. You know, that was the release date of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, but also it's Valentine's Day next week. So yeah, we should probably talk about that. Life in Japan section later, if we've got time.
Yep. Well, moving on to a little bit of sales. I didn't want to spend like a lot of time on this stuff, but we do have some hardware stuff, and I think that might be of general interest.
I thought this was interesting. This was done by, let's say, friend of the show, ZhugeEX on Twitter, ZhugeEX. He's like an analyst and stuff, and he's usually spot on. So this is the Nintendo hardware lifetime sales of all of their consoles. Obviously, the Wii is way out in front, 100 million.
I love, like, crazy how the Wii just breaks their graph.
Yeah, right, yeah. And then second is NES, that's around 60 million. And then third is SNES, around about 50 million. And then fourth, it's kind of a tie. It's like N64 and Switch are kind of neck and neck at the moment.
Right.
So obviously Switch is going to be moving into the fourth position soon.
Likely scenario, yes.
Yeah. And then N64 will get pushed into fifth. And then we've got GameCube in sixth. And then which one is it? Well, okay, this is kind of embarrassing. The Wii, the Wii U is going to lose to the NES / SNES Classic.
Yeah.
If you combine those two retro consoles that they released over the last couple of years, they're going to outsell
quantities, if I remember.
Right. Exactly. They could easily outsell the Wii U if they'd actually made more of them.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they did do the re-release over the summer, and that's what helped push this stuff over the top, I think.
So the Wii U is going to be the worst selling Nintendo console of all time, even the fucking retro consoles, which is crazy. Yeah, I guess Virtual Boy and all that kind of stuff's not on here.
Yeah.
They count as portables, I guess. But yeah, Switch is looking good. I mean, you got to remember, Switch has only been out for a couple of years, and it's already like, whatever, fourth or fifth place. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, when it comes to sales data for software, Nintendo, you can check out their financials and stuff on their site, but there was, some things that just like from global sales, basically as of from April to December 2018, Smash Brothers just being out for less than a month was the top selling Nintendo game of 2018, which is crazy. With
no, it was his best-selling, wasn't it just the best-selling game?
Well, best-selling game in 2018. And yeah, not the best-selling game on the system, but Well, definitely one of them, obviously. So yeah, it sold through 12.08 million units, so that's a whole lot. But the number one, just in general, on the Switch is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the game that basically half of the Switch owners
I already said that
own
earlier. Right. Crazy.
Yeah.
And then third is what? Odyssey?
Yep.
Odyssey, it looks like.
Yep.
13.7 million.
And
then after that, what is it?
10 million. And there's Zelda comes up next at 11.6 million, and then Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu / Eevee is 10 million.
Nice flat 10. Wow, and that's also in only a couple of months, isn't it? Was it November?
Yeah, just like the middle of November. It's like a month and a half. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
2 months it sold 10 million.
Yeah.
And Smash is 1 month it sold 12 million. So
yeah, and I mean it's crazy because I think the reason why I put this list the way you guys see it, like James, Ty and Sai, is because this is like highlighting the game sales from 2018, and the number 3 selling game in 2018 on the Switch is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's a game that people just feel like they have to buy.
Yeah. So that's
they buy it even if they don't want to.
Yeah, that's like
yeah. I'm not a huge Mario Kart fan, but that was still like immediately bought that game on the Switch.
Right.
Hey, it's no Nickelodeon kart race. What can I say?
Right.
That is absolutely true.
Yep.
See me in Garfield Kart, boys.
Right.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for the news. So let's move on to a little bit of feedback. So if you want your feedback read on the air, feel free to send us an email at thefamicast@gmail.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, like some of you guys are right now, first of all, thanks. Hi. You can just comment in the comment section below. You can hit us up on Twitter at the Famicast, hit us up on Facebook, all sorts of places, and you can have your comments, questions, bitches, complaints right out on the air like these guys. So one thing I just wanted to get off my chest, because so many people keep commenting on our YouTube videos about Assassin's Creed stuff. Seriously, it's almost like every other day. How do I get this game to work in my country? Every time, like, well, you could maybe get a VPN and like set up your router. How do I do that? It's like, maybe
that's not the correct voice.
Yeah.
Doing the wrong
How do I do that? Like somebody was getting pissed. How the fuck do I do that? And I was like, geez.
Blame Danny. Hashtag blame Danny, right?
Yeah, blame me first. Because
son, could you take a look at the computer?
God.
Next time you visit.
Yeah. So anyways, if you're watching this video right now and you're thinking that Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the COD version on the Switch is region locked, so good luck to you.
Yeah, I don't think the people who watch those videos actually listen to the Famicast. They're kind of completely different audiences, aren't they?
Absolutely.
It's like, ooh, Assassin's Creed on the Switch. Let's check it out.
Yep.
And then get angry at you.
I'll get game.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Cyrus, do you want to read this little next part here? We got some comments from Chariot Goblin from episode 142. And I'm trying to recall, he's making 2 predictions, but what the heck were we talking about?
Yeah, I can't remember what we were talking about either, but his 2 predictions are number 1, I guess maybe, that Super Mario Maker 2 will release in 2020 to coincide with the 35th anniversary of the original Super Mario Bros.
Oh, man, another year. You could be right, though.
Yeah, it makes sense, and, everything in Japan seems to be happening in the 2020s, so why not? Then...
Right.
Prediction number 2, Metroid Prime 4 will release in 2022 to coincide with the 35th anniversary of the North American release of the original Metroid.
Yeah, that's how they planned it from the start.
Yeah. This whole thing has been a charade to throw people off the scent and make people think they're developing it. Right.
Retro said, let's make barbecue for 7 years and then release it on the 35th anniversary.
Strategy. Strategy.
That's a hell of a long-term plan, isn't it? The long con, we call that.
Yeah.
It's already finished, but they're just keeping that barbecue warm.
Have the master disc somewhere. It's hidden in a vent somewhere. You have to roll it around the offices to try and find it.
But it's actually a Wii U game.
Right. Send in your predictions now. By the way, what you think Retro's game that that guy worked on, that's not Prime 4, and it's not Donkey Kong Tropical
Or just
Freedom.
general predictions on anything. I mean, like
weather, lottery numbers, whatever.
Yeah.
We're open.
Yeah.
Send in your lottery numbers now.
Yes.
We'll play them.
Right. Well, James, Russ made a kind of a. He's been making a lot of nice comments, typically, sometimes with tongue in cheek and stuff. But
I think he's a big fan of the Famicom Online video series available on YouTube.
Right.
I think he watches all of them.
Yeah, he was checking out our Joy Mech Fight one that me and James did. It's available to patrons right now. It'll be available Famicast Friday. So by the time you're listening to this in audio form, you could already watch this. If you're listening to us live, well, please understand. But
Russ says, "Damn, that's impressive." And I don't know if he's talking about our fighting game skills or the fact that it's Famicom fighting game.
I'll give you a guess.
Right.
But yeah, patrons have got access to 3 Famicom Online games this week. So if you're watching live now, they're not available. If you're not a patron, they're not available yet. But yeah, if you wait till Famicast Friday, this Friday. What day is it? Is that the 8th?
Yep.
Yeah, Friday the 8th. They will appear magically in your YouTube feed if you're subscribed to us. Mm-hmm. Please do that.
Yep. And we got another comment. Well, I got a comment on my Tetris 64 review from Levanidi.
Bio Tetris 64.
So, even though it's just called Tetris 64. Nice try. But it should be called Bio Tetris. But one thing I said in the video, it's like, Tetris is on everything. And this person says, yes, it's true that Tetris is on everything. I even have it on my smartwatch. The use of the sensor in this game makes me wonder what they, Nintendo or the Sega Corporation, would have done with the Nintendo, I guess, with the vitality sensor, the oft forgotten peripheral that is going to remain dead.
I believe Tetris remains the most popular game of all time in terms of sales / downloads.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's on everything.
I don't think there's anyone who doesn't know Tetris.
Yeah, everybody knows. Your
granddad knows it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Cool. Is that it for?
That's the major stuff. I don't think we had too much stuff on Twitter.
Oh really?
Oh really?
That's what you say, Daniel Bivens.
Yes. Please prove me wrong.
Truth
may shock you.
This that I'm not wearing a tie at all. Some people got that reference. Andy, the Ninformant, commenting on Danny's tweet about Bio Tetris. He says, "This looks cool. I probably would own this if it had released in the US. I have new Tetris and still enjoy that from time to time." New Tetris was an N64 game?
Yeah, like the new Tetris was one. That Tetris Sphere and then Magical Tetris Challenge were all Tetris games in 64.
Okay.
Good games.
I tweeted out a deleted scene from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And a guy speaking with a Yorkshire accent.
Great.
And Inkling Bartek G, hacker alias Bartek Gabis, he says, "Are you sure this cutscene's only 20 minutes long? It's too short to be part of Xenoblade 2. Cyrus, comment?
Well, I can say that multiple times while playing Xenoblade, while a cutscene has come on, my TV has automatically dimmed for inactivity.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, yeah, fucking get yourself some popcorn and strap in when you hit the end of a chapter in Xenoblade, because you're going to be there for a while.
Wow. Are any of them like Metal Gear Solid 2 length? Like, because that's the world famous one, isn't it? Isn't that the 35-minute cutscene?
Yeah, Metal Gear 4
is the fucking movie one.
Yeah.
Metal Gear 4, right? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it has a 40-minute cutscene at the end. But
right.
I think, there's nothing has gotten that level yet, but 10 to 20 minutes easily in some of these cutscenes.
We should say unskippable as part of that, right? Are they unskippable?
Can skip them. No, okay. You can skip them. And I had that paranoia, as all games have. It's like, if I press start during a cutscene, will I pause the cutscene or will I skip the cutscene? And Xenoblade pauses and gives you the offer to skip once you pause.
Okay,
so,
cool. Got one here in relation to last episode, which was about the bean throwing ceremony, the Setsubun, which we've all done now, by the way, right?
Survived. I got my bag of beans. They're still in the bag.
My dog had a great time. He ate all the beans that we threw at him.
Yeah.
Loving it. But I got a comment from Sasha Holish. He said, just listen to 142. You were talking about Namahage. Yeah, that was the people we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
There is a good museum in Oga, if I recall. Recommended visit with small kids as they are acting the whole ritual out as well. And he's linked us to a nice YouTube video, Namahage in Akita. Yeah, I think we mentioned Akita, Ken.
Yeah,
Akita
we
Prefecture, right?
we did.
Yeah.
Kind of got a little bit confused, but yeah. I wouldn't say it's the same thing, but maybe kind of similar. It's have some similarities, that's for sure.
There's we tweeted out a gameplay trailer of a game called City of Brass, which is from the BioShock ex-BioShock veterans at Uppercut Games. It's like a first-person kind of adventure game, but it's like based on like kind of Arabian Nights style stuff. And that's got a nice message from the devs. Yeah, he's where people seem to be hyped for that. It's looks cool. I don't actually know the release date.
Interesting art style, if I recall.
Yeah. So yeah, good luck with that game, Uppercut Games. Good luck to you. Who else Sorry, I don't know how to not be sarcastic anymore. So. somebody else has to. Cyrus, you say it.
Oh yeah, well, best of luck to you, BioShock ex-developers.
Okay. Oh yeah, did we miss the indie highlights? Like it was kind of like not like a direct, but kind of a direct.
Yeah, that came. I think the same day. The same day that we were recording the episode. Like basically, I think it started right around the time that we ended. Yeah. Yeah.
So the Famicast curse / what do you call it? Gift was that we gave you a Nintendo Direct.
Blessing.
But it was actually only Nintendo UK. Last time this happened, Nintendo UK did one, and then Reggie kind of like spat his coffee and went, "Oh shit, we've got to do something."
Yeah.
And then a couple of days later, NOA did one as well, right? But I think Reggie was actually sleeping through the whole of this one.
He's still on Christmas vacation.
Yeah, it just came back and it was like, fuck it, we've missed it. So it's only Nintendo UK at the time of recording. But yeah, they had a whole bunch of cool stuff. And you can actually create maps in Xbone or Switch, and then you can play each other's maps. So that sounds cool and good, right?
Yeah, baby. I'm so glad I got you saying cool and good.
There you go. And you can actually make your own cutscenes as well, using the characters and stuff. People have already been starting doing like their own little kind of commercials for like their podcasts or something like that, but like in the Wargroove engine. So it's really cool, actually.
Yeah, there was a GameCube fighting game based on some anime. I don't remember what it was.
Naruto?
You
made your own campaigns like that?
I think it was a Bleach game, maybe. I didn't play it though, but a buddy of mine, he had it, and he couldn't read Japanese, but you could enter English into the cutscene editor, and he would make these goofy ass little stories to play through, and it was comedy gold. So, because of fond memories of that, I get excited when somebody says you can make your own cutscenes.
Yeah, well, you can in Wargroove. It's like a 2D kind of pixel art, Advance Wars game.
Nice.
I love this stuff. Me and my brother used to make like Age of Empires campaigns for each other.
Ooh, nice.
When that came up, that had full level editor, full campaign editor as well. So
yeah, and if you could share those, that's like a fun little creative platform.
Yeah.
You can engage in storytelling as well as trolling.
Age of Empires is one of two real-time strategy games that I like.
Yeah.
So yeah, Grant Buell, he's an NWR staffer, right? Or ex-NWR staffer. Former. He's hype about Wargroove and Steam World Quest, which looks really cool. I'm a big fan of the whole Steam World, games I've played. I think I've played all of them. Heists, Dig. I played Dig 1, Dig 2, Heist. Is there another one?
There was maybe one on like DS or something. Was there? But
yeah, all the kind of modern ones anyway. Yeah. So it's like an RPG based in that world and stuff like that. It looks cool, but it's got like a card-based battle system, which I'm not that hype about. But anyway, look cool. And the other one he's hype about is Crosscode, which I don't actually know anything about, but people seem to be excited about that. We should watch a video of that so we know what it is. But anyway, Crosscode, SteamWorld Quest, Wargroove. They're good. Oh, thank you, Julian.
Entirely in HTML5, apparently.
Which one is?
Crosscode.
Oh, okay, cool. Julian Farrier, hacker alias at Cuphead, but is reversed the A and the E. Very clever. He's just subscribed to us, so thank you very much, Julian. Thank you for listening, joining, watching, whatever you're doing.
I was gonna say, I heard that very clever. It's like, is he being sarcastic again?
No, Cuphead, but it's spelled different.
I know.
I'm assuming the correct spelling is the actual game official account. But,
that's what they want you to think.
There we go. So if you want to follow us at the Famicast, you get we tweet when new videos come out, new podcasts, maybe just general questions about stuff. If you want to like drop us a question for this show, you can do it on that way. If you hate YouTube, send us a message on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you hate Twitter and YouTube, what should they do?
Facebook or email?
No one likes it. No one likes Facebook.
Okay.
Email, yeah. Send us an email.
Add us on Xbox Live.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Send us an email. thefamicast@gmail.com, I guess. Right then. That's all for feedback. Back to you in the studio, Danny.
All right. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for the episode here today. Of course, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. I think it's a pretty action-packed show, but we survived somehow, right?
Right.
But if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can, like individually. You can follow me at DannyBiv. And James, where can we find you?
At Famicomplicated. You're always worried if I'm going to give a fake one, aren't you?
Right.
Not today. That's my actual real one.
All right. And Ty.
Oh, catch me at Super Cat Drugs. And oh boy, what have I tweeted lately? Oh, a lot of trash.
Okay. Well, thanks for that, TD. I don't remember your name from the last episode. The very first thing you said on the show. Won't repeat it. Cyrus, where can they find you?
You can find me at Cellsci, where I'll probably be bitching and moaning about Xenoblade Chronicles for a while.
Looking forward to it.
When it says while, it means for the full length of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, I tweeted a picture of the Battletoads pin that GameStop employees are getting.
Saw that.
Yeah, the good shit.
Nice.
Coming to Nintendo Switch in 2019.
Right. Via Xbox Live. Can't wait.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to quote that later when it happens.
Yeah, there it is.
On my Twitter, you can check out my global game jam entry that I made. We made a game for the Commodore 64 last week.
Oh, good. I'm gonna play that.
It's real bad, and we had to keep scaling back our design document as the time wore on. But yeah, good times. Global game jam, fun times.
Cool. Alrighty.
Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. People watching live. It's always nice to have people watching live. Thank you so much for doing that. I actually got, I totally forgot, like if you subscribe to us and you do the bell thing, like you get a pop-up on your phone, it says like the Famicast has just gone live. That's really cool, actually. That's a cool feature. I never noticed that before. If you got the YouTube app installed on your phone, you can do that. You're like, oh shit, Famicast has gone live. Boom.
Don't think it does it on your Switch though, unfortunately.
Right, yeah. The Switch doesn't give you notifications for anything.
Yeah, just from the news app, so.
Right, yeah.
All right.
New DLC for an indie game that you don't own.
Yeah. Good luck.
Finally.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you for listening and watching.
We do it.
And we will catch all you guys later. See you later.
Peace out.
Peace.
Lights.